Reagan. She was born at 36 weeks, and immediately we had to start medical interventions for her kidneys. We began a process that would ultimately last another 2.5, almost 3 years of 14 hours a night, 7 days a week of dialysis. She was basically a prisoner to her crib.
She was constantly in and out of the hospital on a weekly basis. She was throwing up constantly. She was constantly sick.
We spent 3 years in a perpetual state of ready, just in case we get that call. Having go bags by the door. The organ transplant list is very long, and it's way backed up. And the need is extraordinary. But a year ago, I was actually up at working in Klein Village on patrol, and that's when we got the phone call that a match came up, and the kidney was, in the words of the transplant team, as close to perfect as you could get. And by the next day, she was being wheeled into the operating room with a whole host of doctors, and the surgery couldn't have gone better.
She's able to thrive now and have the energy and have less medicine, and she hasn't been sick. She hasn't thrown up in a year, which is huge when it was every day.
For her, she has spent so much time in a hospital that the way she interacts with adults is amazing, but she never got to practice interacting with kids.
And the first time she went to preschool was like a kid experiencing Disneyland. So it's so great just seeing the little things and how well she's doing.
Eyes on the road. Look forward. Look where you're going.
It makes me very proud to work for an agency that has taken such a proactive measure to use their platform to bring awareness to this topic.
I'm gonna give you a warning, okay?
Washington County Sheriff's Office is doing a Second Chance campaign in partnership with Donor Network West. As we make traffic stops for minor traffic violations,
At the officer or deputy's discretion, I've pulled them over and it shows they're an organ donor, or maybe they indicate they'd like to be one.
we are giving them a second chance, and instead of issuing them a ticket, we are going to issue them a second chance certificate, because
You are willing to give a member of the community a second chance at life. We will give you a second chance on whatever you were pulled over for.
So no cite, no warning, anything like that? It's basically just a way of saying thank you for being an organ donor. And we appreciate it.
Thank you.
many people think law enforcement, when they make traffic stops, that's all we do is we write tickets. And that's not what we do. We're out there to serve the community. And so for us, of showing the community that, yeah, we may be stopping you. You may have had a traffic violation, infraction, but we're not going to give you a ticket. Instead, we're bringing awareness. And that's part of law enforcement and serving our community, is working with our partners, working with our community, and making it a better place.
Because you are an organ donor in the state of Nevada, you're going to get a warning and you're going to get a thank you for being an organ donor. You're willing to give somebody else a second chance with organ donation. We're willing to give you a second chance to get your registration taken care of. But
One organ donor can save 8 lives through organ transplants and donations, but they can also help 75 people with tissue donations.
For her, whatever she does with her life, whether she becomes a doctor, an artist, whatever, anything, all the positive things and all the things and all the ambitions she gets to go after are going to be in part, a big part, to her donor. They are the ones that allow that to happen.
Finding words how grateful we are to thank a family for that gift. It's like winning the lottery. She has a second chance at life.
I've struggled a long time to come up with what felt to be an appropriate words to express that gratitude, but there's none strong enough that exists just to show how grateful we actually are for the gift that she got.
We started this journey out not knowing if she was going to survive, and now she has the ability to live an entire full life. She has the ability and opportunity to do what everybody else can.
I did it!